Welcome to a technical demonstration of TLF Systems' ConfD product based upon a Quagga routing suite presented by our Principal Solutions Architect, Jan Lindblad.
Okay, so next I'd like to show you the programmatic APIs towards ConfD. First netconf, then REST. So as you can see, the log screen here, this is the log settings for the Quagga router, and at this point it's pretty blank here. But I'll change that through the netconf interface. So I'll switch over to my terminal window at my Mac, and before I send in this netconf message that will fill in something for the logging, I'll show you what it contains. So here you can see the XML text of the netconf message. At the top here, you see a hello message where the capabilities of the manager and the ConfD system are being negotiated. And the manager, this simple text file, basically says it knows the netconf base protocol version 1.0. And that's it, no additional capabilities. Then we have the edit configuration, which is changing the configuration of the running data store. It could potentially edit other data stores as well. But right now we are changing the log file name to log Quagga details.log and the level to informational. Then finally, at the end of this sequence, we have a polite close session message saying that, okay, let's stop here. Thank you so much. And now let me send this in. So I'm sending in this file to the simulated host here. And the response we got back was, okay. So if I switch over back to the web UI, you can see that again we have this refresh is possible icon. So I'll hit this one, and you see that now the file name is log Quagga details.log and the level is informational. Similarly, over REST, I can do something like this. Let's see, curl uadmin with a well-known URL API. And this gives me the data stores of the system. You have running, candidate, and operational data stores on the top level. And in here, I can add running to see the top level of what's in the running data store. And from here, I can add, let's say, system/log. This gives me the log file settings for the Quagga router. And as you can see, the file name is log Quagga details.log, and the level is informational. Here, I might also want to modify this, saying x delete over curl or over REST. And now I can go back and ask, show me the log settings right now, and you can see the log settings are empty at this point. If I go back here, I can hit the refresh button again, and you see that the file name and level has been cleared. From this point, I can also show you the command line interface. So one of the command line interface options here is to run the command line interface from right inside the web UI. So I can just click here. You see web UI popping in here. I can hit tab to see all the possible commands at this point. I can do it. This is the Cisco iOS XR style CLI, one of the three options we have for command line interfaces. So I do a config terminal, and I'm in editing mode here. And I can do system router OSPF default metric 100. And if I show that router settings here, I show you the default metric. Here it's still blank because I didn't say commit at this point in here. Say commit and hit this refresh button over here. Now it says 100 over here. I can also do a more traditional terminal session from here. logging in as admin. And now this is the Juniper style CLI. So you can actually run both Juniper and Cisco style CLIs at the same time for different operators if you wanted to. But I guess your tech writers wouldn't like that, to document 2 different CLIs for a single device. But technically, no problem. So here I'll do a configure, edit system router OSPF, set default metric to 250 or something, commit. If I go back into the web UI, again, refresh button, and it's now set to 250. But what if I do a change of this value at the same time from several places? So let's say here, I want this to be 500, but I don't commit quite yet because I'm doing other things. And some other operator is here, setting it to 333. That commit is fine. And when I commit here, I get a conflict warning. Well, while you were tampering with this value, somebody else actually changed it too. So they set it to 333 and you set it to 500. We can take your value and theirs value, or I can say just, okay, I'll go back and resolve that manually. Let's say maybe 400 is a reasonable value then, and commit that. So that was that. And that's how it works.